Hello guys, it's Spurs 21 here, back with another video for you. And this is my match review of Spurs' first win of the season against Manchester United. 2-0, first home game of the season, and oh boy, was that good to feel. A magnificent victory in many ways. A massive feeling of satisfaction, of justification, and optimism for the future. Into the game itself, Ange Postecoglou made two changes from the team that played last Sunday away at Brentford, with Pape Sarr replacing Oliver Skip and Pedro Porro coming in for Emerson Arroyo at right back. Otherwise, the rest of the team unchanged from last Sunday's draw away at Brentford. It was a little bit of a struggle early on, the first 15-20 minutes. So United had a lot of the ball. We struggled to get out of our half a little bit. It was a little bit chaotic. Couldn't really get a hold of the game. To keep popping it around. Rashford misses a really good chance. By the next portion of the first half, from like 25-30 minutes on, you could feel us growing into the game slowly but surely. Sarr has a really good opportunity that's saved by Onana. Then Bruno Fernandes somehow misses an open header. And it was onside, so thank God he did miss it. Then we hit the woodwork twice as the ball we work the ball nicely on the left-hand side from Son. It's scored out to Porro, whose effort smashes against the crossbar. We tend to work it back in. It's deflected onto the post. But you could feel, as we went into half-time at 0-0, we had momentum on our side, and you could feel we were growing into the game, and we're starting to take control. And we capitalised on that early on in the second half. We immediately get to work. Ball gets played to Kulusevski, who's in acres of space on the right, who plays it across. It falls into no man's land in the penalty box. Sarr gets to it first and smashes it into the roof of the net to make it 1-0. Brilliant finish from the young lad. That's a way to make a name for yourself. United immediately fire back. Anthony gets away, cuts inside on his left foot, smashes an effort against the post. We then create several chances as well. Son has a good opportunity that's blocked. Richarlison misses a header. We just keep pushing on well. Everybody's hunting the ball in the final third of the pitch. Everyone's pressing hard, and constantly going for it, even late on in the game. Until eventually, as we get to the final 10 minutes of the game, ball gets played beautifully from Maddison all the way to the left-hand side to Perisic, who came on as a sub. Plays it through to other sub Ben Davies, whose shot gets deflected in off Lisandro Martinez to make it 2-0 to wrap up the points and get Spurs the win. What a win, for so many reasons, as I said. A genuinely brilliant showing from everyone. Brilliant to see, brilliant to watch, and it was just fantastic, really. We looked confident as the game progressed more and more. We were on the ball. You could feel the much more positive influence that Ange's already put onto this team, and you could sense it in the crowd as well, who really played their part too. Performances wise, Vicario looked much more composed than last week. Made a couple of really good key saves as well. At 1-0, especially a header from Casemiro, who did brilliantly to tip that over the bar. He did very, very well. Porro had good moments, especially going forward. Obviously there's still work to be done defensively, but Van der Ven looked very, very solid again. Romero, you can see the difference when he's on the pitch compared to not. You saw it last week when he had to go off with his head injury. Immense in that centre half role. Destiny Udogie again, brilliant. Was everywhere. Driving forward, he looks a perfect fullback for this team, which is great to see. Basuma again, same as last week, just ran the show. Just what's a player when you give him freedom? Amazing player. So too was absolutely fantastic, not just with his goal, but going and winning tackles well in the middle of the park, constantly all the way through till he went off. Fantastic showing from him. Madison, again proving to be the creator, constantly getting opportunities. The front three were Kulusevski's son, Richarlison, all better than last week. All of them had their moments. Kulusevski for the first goal. Some probably could have scored, as well. Still maybe not quite fully clicking into place, but it's, as I said, an improvement on last week for sure. And all the subs that came on and did their jobs well. Perisic, Davies, Højbjerg, all looked solid. Manuel Solomon came on, got his first minutes in the Premier League for Spurs. He looked lively when he was on there too. And crucially, nobody made any mistakes. Everyone kept their heads very well, kept their concentration. So yeah, just wonderful to see, a game that we've played well, had the better chances, converted them, haven't made any silly mistakes, and we've seen the game out, which is absolutely brilliant. I know I said last week, it's going to be a bumpy road. It's not, it's going to have weeks where things maybe don't go as well as today, but if the football's like this, and the energy and the commitment, from the players is this as well, we'll all come along for the ride. And Ange Postecoglou, in 2 games, he's already won over pretty much every Spurs fan right now. Not just with the style of football he's implemented, but his honesty, really, with the team, in terms of, how he wants us to do, how he wants us to play, what he expects from them. It's just really, really nice to have something good to say about Spurs for the first time in too long, and long may that continue. Obviously, we go again next weekend, Saturday lunchtime away at Bournemouth. Hopefully, we can go there and get another good result. Player of the match, well. For me, it's a toss-up between Basuma and Sarr. They were both fantastic, But, I probably would say Basuma, but, on overall performance, not just, as good as Sarr was, and he was brilliant for the goal, Basuma once again just ran the game. And, I said last week, for us to have a good season, he's going to be a big key for it. What did you guys make of it all? Who stood out for you? How impressed, happy were you with that win? What do you reckon we can do this season? Leave all your thoughts as ever, guys, down in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, hello, don't forget to click like, share and subscribe. Turn your notifications on, that way you'll always know when a new video comes out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Best Spurs 1. I will see you soon, and as always, come on you Spurs!